do not necessarily reflect those of the staff or management of Radio D Hollies. The content broadcast on this show is meant for informational and entertainment purposes only. Top of the morning, Bay, with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's
Good Morning Day.
Skechers Glow Up footwear are my favorites. And now I just discovered that Skechers...
गुड मॉर्निंग बे आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते
Namaskar.
वनकम
Namaskara.
खुशामदी
Assalamualaikum.
सत श्री अकाल
మీకు అందరికీ వందనము.
जय स्वामीनारायण
जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय जिनेंद्र
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोल दे या अली मदद.
मौलाली मदद बोलते हुए सारे फीजी अहमद को बोलेंगे नीसा बोला बरजान हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे मैं से फालतू बाबा
And of course, myself, Faltu Rani, लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time. That's going to make it totally exciting and totally मस्ती बंद जाने.
चौदह बरजान ऑफ कोर्स अभी आप सोच रहे होंगे क्या माय गॉड गुड मॉर्निंग में इतना इंटरेस्टिंग हो गया यस ऑलवेज बरजान कीप्स ऑन गेटिंग इंटरेस्टिंग डे बाय डे एंड यस इट्स अ वेरी नाइस हैप्पी मोमेंट फॉर एवरीबॉडी आउट देयर बरजान बिकॉज़ लुक एट द वेदर आउटसाइड सो ब्यूटीफुल सो क्लाउडी
What is so beautiful, Altu Baba, outside?
just about everything Faltwani. What about there? Hello, I'll tell you what perspective Faltwani. If you wake up in the morning and you're able to, you read the paper and your name is not there in the obituary, it's a good day already.
Oh God! The very fact that you wake up is good enough, Altu Baba. कुछ भी in the obituary cheez.
Some
Why
people
would
go
you
by the
make it
paper.
so
Some
morbid?
people totally go by the newspaper. They don't even believe anything is not there in the newspaper. Faltwani, that's what I'm telling you. Like people are so upon. I'm so dependent upon the news you share right now.
Oh,
my
wow.
my mood, my day starts off by the fact whether the news is good or not. See, the moment you said Jan 20th onwards, he's out of the office. I was so happy.
Oh really?
Yeah, but then you keep reminding me of him every day. It's like he's one thing which is not going to go. It's going to stick with us forever, I suppose.
Huh?
He has made history, Faltwani. His life's purpose has been achieved.
Huh?
Yes, but I'm talking about the virus. No, not the COVID one, the orange one. Well, Bhajan, that's something Faltwani is not able to catch because she's preoccupied with many things right now, Maljan. Let me tell you, first thing what
I
you're
was
going to do
just
right now.
reading
That's
about-
okay, Farid, please, okay.
I
Let's
was
go to the
reading
next.
about something about French bakers asking UNESCO to designate baguettes as a protected thing.
Of course, yes.
Oh
they should.
God! Seriously?
Yeah,
I
because
was like, what?
everybody is taking the name and doing it over here. The Filipino organizations are taking this and making this Paris baguette when they're not even from Paris in the first place. Anyway, right now, Faltwani, what's time for us to go check out what's happening there at traffic? Here you go.
It's time for the Bandu traffic update. Call us from wherever you are at 408 912 2479.
It's a Friday and it's actually the last day of the weekend, the ski holidays, Ranjan. But I don't know what's happening. I think people are returning back or going out of the place right now for the ski holidays and all. Because San Francisco is totally backed up. My God, it's a huge backup. But why San Francisco? I understand. Why would people go towards San Francisco
Why would we go towards San Francisco?
if it's ski holidays?
Well, maybe that's I don't know. I'm so bad at geography. I have no idea.
Yeah, same here. I don't know where I don't know which part of the. I know the map very well. I don't know which part of the map we have to go for.
Oh.
Is it Antioch? We have to go towards Antioch.
I have no idea, Altu Baba.
Do we have to go towards Fairfield by any chance?
Did I just not say?
Or Walmart or Walnut Creek. I don't know which side you got to go because a lot of accidents in those areas though, not in this area and the Bay Area. Bay Area is totally clear right now. But a bunch of accidents happening in Walnut Creek, Antioch and everything. But just kind of slow traffic for a few minutes, but later on will be cleared up. One particular traffic which is totally disrupting the whole flow of traffic on 880. Yes, 880. Yeah. Is an accident with injuries which is on the under the West Tennyson Road. Southbound 880 by the way. Second left is affected, but the whole freeway is affected for one whole exit pretty much. So probably if you're experiencing traffic there, thoda bahut wait kar lijiyega and don't try to rush it, but take it easy. Safety is very important. Let me tell you, Banjan, in this COVID situation, we have not been cleared from the so-called purple tier of Santa Clara.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yesterday we talked about the fact that the numbers were looking very positive for us. As in the rate of increase of new cases dropped to 1.1%. Guess what, Faltwani?
Oh no. Kya, Altu Baba?
It is actually, kind of statewide. It had dropped down to around 3%.
Huh.
1% on Santa Clara, but actually it went up
Huh.
to 0.2% as of yesterday. So otherwise, there are still people getting infected, and the infection is growing. So you got to be careful. There are 200 people who actually got new cases already in Santa Clara County alone.
Huh.
If you look at the entire, county and the number of deaths, we had 30 new deaths because of COVID-19. Banajan, please maintain this thing. If you already had vaccinated, stay protected by wearing a mask. And continue doing that, Banajan. Yes, we are not we have not yet reached the critical mass of actually, what do they call that, Faltwani? It's called
Herd immunity.
herd immunity, or whatever you call it, community immunity, whatever we're going to get. Right, we've not come to the point as yet because not a good number of people have got vaccinated. They are doing a wonderful job, by the way. I think close to 100,000 people have been vaccinated every day, something like that. Statewide, I'm not sure what exactly the numbers are, but I'll share that with you later on. Lekin, that was your update of what's happening with the traffic. Weather-wise, of course, it's looking cloudy. We might have some showers. We're supposed to have showers today, but no. Guess what, Faltwani?
What,
The
Altubaba?
weekend is going to be awesome and sunny.
It's going to be sunny. Yay!
Sunny,
Awesome.
wrong
Yay.
song.
You know why I'm so excited? Because we're going on a My Pack hike tomorrow.
Really? It's going to be in the snow?
No, Altubaba, we're
What?
not going in
But Jay, because the weather's so
Why
nice.
would we go in the snow? Randomness. Kuch bhi bolega.
I'm just asking you. Come on.
We're going for a nice walk right here in San Jose, Altubaba. There's a nice park that one of our... I'm so proud, Bandhujan, we are getting more allies to join our group and take more of an initiative. I'm so happy to see that happening. So thank you to all our bandhus and allies for making it happen.
Wonderful. And of course, Banjan, that was your traffic update. And everything. Quick look at what's happening with the news headlines. Faltwani, what do we have as the news these days?
Well, Altubaba, I'm just going to go into the news since we don't have time to share headlines.
Whoa!
I'm going to
Yes,
speak.
let's go directly into the news.
Well, nearly half the population of Texas was coping with disrupted water service on Friday in the latest fallout from a crippling winter storm that caused 5 days of blackouts before the state's embattled power grid finally sprang back to life. All power plants in the state were once again functioning, although more than 195,000 homes were still without electricity on Friday morning, while more than 14.4 million people in 160 of the state's 254 counties were expecting and experiencing disruptions in water service, according to the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality. But here's what is being said, Altubaba, that carbon monoxide poisonings now supposedly are spiking in Texas. That is another issue that's happening, and many are dealing with burst pipes and flooded homes. In fact, two of our very own, somebody within our community of friends, they themselves are also dealing with that apparently. But nobody is coming out as plumbers. Nobody is able to come out and support them or help them in this thing. So they have water flooding everywhere. So it's really sad. In the meanwhile, Ted under fire, like we mentioned yesterday, after flying from Texas to Cancun while his constituents were suffering, and he has since called his decision a mistake. Some international news, Banjan. The Biden administration says that the United States is now in a sudden change of events, willing to sit down for talks with Tehran and other signatories to the Iran nuclear deal. It's a significant move meant to break an impasse between the two nations, given that neither the US nor Iran had taken any steps or real steps to salvage the agreement, which the US abandoned during the Trump administration. Until now, both sides had insisted that the other side act first. It's one of several such efforts that the Biden government unveiled Thursday to jumpstart diplomacy. Still, it's unclear whether Iran would accept, and a meeting has yet to be scheduled. In terms of the coronavirus, Altubaba gave you the local update, sort of, but let me tell you, across the United States, the governors of some of the biggest US states are facing intense criticism over their leadership during the coronavirus pandemic. Gavin Newsom is under fire for his restrictive stay-at-home orders that some say crippled the economy, even as he himself attended a party in a fancy restaurant. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is being panned for how he handled nursing home deaths. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is facing accusations of political favoritism after a pop-up vaccination site was set up to serve affluent zip codes. At the same time, more than 1,500 cases of concerning variants have been reported in the United States as vaccine efforts experience weather delays. That means people will have to work double time to vaccinations back on track, said Dr. Anthony Fauci. Alto, do you have any further updates about the local stuff? Or should
I
we-
already shared the local stuff already there, so just make sure that you were still masking. We're not actually gone over the thing. That has dropped considerably compared to what we had in the peaks of around 1,500 new cases every day. It's come down to around 200 cases, but still we need to get it to zero.
But one country that's receiving a lot of praise, in fact, is drawing global praise, is India because of their vaccine diplomacy. Because they're making thousands of vaccine shots available to poorer nations, even as several rich nations are accused of hoarding supplies. India is now supplying tens of thousands of free COVID-19 shots to Caribbean countries left behind by rich nations in the race to procure vaccines, according to Bloomberg report. The Indian government has already gifted or sold millions of doses to neighboring countries, including Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Seychelles, and the Maldives. So, the Indian-made shots offer poorer countries an alternative to Chinese vaccines, which Beijing has been pushing across the region. The External Affairs Ministry has in fact said that it supplies mostly free of charge to 49 countries in Latin America, the Caribbean, Asia, and Africa. Isn't that amazing? And this program is called a Vaccine Friendship Program, where they have distributed 22.9 million doses, of which 64.7 lakh doses have been supplied as a grant. And speaking of India, Banajan, a very, very proud moment for India because Swati Mohan was one of the people who was the person who led the NASA Perseverance landing yesterday. Her voice was calm and steady as she walked the NASA team and the rest of the world through Mars rover Perseverance's rendezvous with the red planet. As colleagues held their breath and watched, Mohan, sporting a bindi and speaking behind a mask with the rover insignia, announced, "Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance is safely on the surface of Mars, ready to begin seeking signs of past life." Cheers, whoops, and high fives broke out around the control room at yet another small step for mankind. And Swati Mohan is among more than a dozen scientists and engineers of Indian origin in NASA's Mars exploration team, attesting to the diversity of the US scientific technological prowess that rests largely on its expansive immigration history. Speaking of, let us tell you what does this mean for NASA itself, Panajan. Perseverance, actually the most advanced rover to date, has flawlessly landed, and after a months-long 292.5 million mile journey from Earth, Percy, as she's otherwise known, sent back her first images immediately after touchdown, showing her shadow on the surface of the landing site. The rover is going to be exploring Jezero Crater, the site of an ancient lake that existed 3.9 billion years ago, and is going to search for microfossils in the rocks and soil there. It's historic and might finally yield answers to the long-enduring question, was there ever life on Mars? And if it isn't, I have a feeling the rate at which we're progressing, Altu Baba, we'll have people making settlements on Mars, don't you think? What?
I don't know, Falswani.
You don't know? Why?
I don't think we can actually function on Mars.
I don't know.
People actually are taking it too easy. Like, they think that actually they're believing all the science fiction movies.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's a possibility for people to live away from the Earth because we're so tied to the Earth actually.
Really?
As elements of our Earth.
That's true,
Right? We are tied to Earth. I think it was a very idyllic scene for our thing, and even for the matter, even our maybe our waves or maybe our body.
Huh.
It is dependent on the satellite, the moon and the Earth. Isn't that quite evident? People, astronauts
I
going
don't
into
know.
space, when they go into space, they come back. There's a difference in their physiology also.
Yes.
They grow 1 inch shorter or something like that, right?
And their bones become hollow or something
Something
like that.
because
Something-
when they come back, the gravity totally drags them down.
Correct.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going to happen when they go there. Probably they'll be a person who's 5 foot will be 6 foot or there, I suppose, a different issue. So when they come back here, it'll be difficult for them to adjust. And of course, the thing is, you should also not forget the fact that how the cycles of the moon actually affect people's mindset also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people going out into the space, deep space exploration. Nobody's gone so far, have they?
Well,
Beyond the moon, beyond the satellite moon, they haven't gone.
kind of scary, man. I don't know. I would love to go. That's what I wanted to be when I was a child. I
What?
wanted to be
A satellite?
No, I wanted to be a cosmonaut.
Cosmonaut.
Yes, I wanted to be a cosmonaut.
Now
traveling
you're a
in the
cosmonaut.
that's whatever nonsense. Anyway, let's tell you, Banajad, let's go back to Biden and let's talk a little bit about the some other stuff that's happening. The Biden team is beginning to unravel Trump's Remain in Mexico program by allowing in some asylum seekers. The United States will begin rolling back one of the former President Donald Trump's most restrictive immigration policies on Friday, allowing in the first of thousands of asylum seekers who've been forced to wait in Mexico for their cases to be heard. President Joe Biden pledged during his campaign that he would immediately rescind this Trump policy called Migrant Protection Protocols, under which he more than about 65,000 non-Mexican asylum seekers were denied entry and sent back across the border pending court hearings. Most returned home, but some stayed in Mexico and sometimes in really squalid and dangerous conditions, vulnerable to kidnapping and other violence. Now they're going to be allowed inside the United States to wait for their applications to be heard in court. So that's another rollback of Trump-era policy. Speaking of Trump, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office and a newly hired high-profile litigator interviewed Donald Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, on Thursday as part of a criminal probe of the former president's business dealings, said two people familiar with the investigation. This interview came after Mark Pomerantz, who has extensive experience in the white-collar and organized crime cases, joined District Attorney Cyrus Vance Jr.'s team investigating the Trump family business. Pomerantz started on Feb 2nd as Special Assistant District Attorney, said Danny Frost, a spokesman for Vance. What's happening there? We will bring you the scoop right here on Good Morning Bay. In the meanwhile, speaking of corporate lawyers, a former co-chairman of a major New York law firm has been suspended from practicing law for 2 years after pleading guilty and spending time in prison for his role in the U.S. college admissions scandal. Gordon Kaplan, who had been co-chairman at Wilkie Parr and Gallagher, avoided disbarment despite his efforts to avoid getting caught, according to a decision by a New York appellate court imposing the suspension. Pfizer and BioNTech, remember the huge vaccine makers, they have asked the U.S. health regulators to relax requirements for their COVID-19 vaccine to be stored at ultra-low temperatures, potentially allowing it to be kept in freezers, they said on Friday. Approval by FDA could send a strong signal to other regulators around the world that may ease distribution of the shot in lower-income countries. The United States is going to be filling 6,000 airport positions ahead of the summer travel. They're saying that these positions are mainly for COVID-19 testing. This is part of the COVID-19 vaccination process also. They're going to have people vaccinated. And
why can't they have the TSA people do it?
Well, that's what the TSA people only are. The U.S. passenger airline traffic.
Instead of frisking people, why can't they just give them the vaccination?
Dude, that's what they're doing.
Why do they want more people is what I'm saying.
To screen,
Yeah, why can't the TSA folks who already are there do it?
They're adding 6,000 more people to the TSA team. Why not?
They already are doing nothing there.
Oh God, whatever.
I'm sorry, it's a fact.
Alibaba, stop.
Have you
because
seen them?
I don't think so. I don't
What? Seriously?
Yeah, though they.
All they do is bully the passengers. That's all they do.
Oh God.
Okay, anyway, I don't know. It's my opinion. But you think about it, and you got to send
Well,
a
I
message
think they're
to
going to have them at different points in the airport, right? Because they'll probably have.
They should have them at restrooms, actually.
What?
Yeah, near the restrooms.
Because all the movies they show the hijacking stuff happens in the other restrooms.
Correct. The TSA people should be at the restroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's a sad day for women in South Carolina, Banajan, because South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster on Thursday signed into law a ban on almost all abortions in the state, and women's health group Planned Parenthood has filed a lawsuit arguing that the measure was unconstitutional.
Oh, cool. There's going to be more people coming to California.
What?
Moving to California.
All of that, yeah. Maybe. The White House has been reaching out to social media companies, including Facebook, Twitter, and Alphabet Inc.'s Google, clamping down on COVID misinformation and getting their help to stop it from going viral, a senior administration official said. President Joe Biden, who has raced to curb the pandemic since taking office, has made inoculating Americans one of his top priorities and has called the move a wartime effort. But tackling fear, remember Altu talked about it yesterday, especially in some misinformed and ill-educated and at the same in some low-income communities as well. There's a lot of misinformation. Altu Baba, it's shocking that there are some people on my own Facebook feed actually are major anti-vaxxers, and they're posting all
What?
kinds of
Wait. In your Facebook feed, I got to be careful about that. Are they the ones who actually don't want to wax their legs? Is that what you're talking about?
No,
Or-
anti-vaccination.
Okay,
Wax their legs.
I
it's usually-
I don't know, because you actually are like, into all the beauty thing and everything. So
No, so these are people who actually
either
don't.
ways, I respect anybody's views, beliefs, whatever it is, but I think they should actually do a little more research on how and why it works.
Yes, and let me tell you how this happens, Altu Baba.
Huh?
Okay, these are the same group of people that you remember where they said that Shiva, Hindus are. You remember that? That's the same group of people who are sharing those kinds.
Used to them? Wow, interesting.
Yeah, they're on my Facebook feed. What do I do? Anyway,
Unfriend them.
that's
Quite
true.
simple and plain.
Quite
Fabadi.
like what
Seriously.
Facebook did with Australia, but Australia says we care two hoots. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison vowed on Friday to press ahead with the laws to force Facebook Inc. to pay news outlets for content, saying he had received support from world leaders after the social media giant blacked out all news media.
This should be a lesson for, other countries.
Yeah.
Because now Facebook became so big. Remember, we always talk about the fact that Facebook is so big, it's actually the population of
It's a
Facebook
country of
is a
its
country
own.
of its own.
Yeah.
And I have a very strong feeling that all the corporations are going to start running countries of their own. So basically, if you're part of a organization like Facebook, you'll have a different country. They'll buy land in such a way that they actually have their own thing.
Uh-huh.
So, good thing. I think Australia is a good thing. Way to go, Australia. Very good. I love it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Facebook and their WhatsApp, right? They said on Thursday, I don't know what it is, they seem to be like doing their own thing. They're saying they're moving ahead with their controversial privacy policy update, but will allow users to read it at their own pace and will allow a display banner providing additional information. So remember that privacy policy update under a lot of fire? Well, they're moving forward with it. So now we have a report we can share that on MediaMahima.com as to what gets affected and what doesn't as part of it. So you can go out and what will change and what will not change. What is not changing is that user chats will remain end-to-end encrypted as before, which means that no one other than the receiver can read. And not changing is that talking to businesses is optional, meaning it is your choice if you want to share your number with a company or a brand. What is also not changing is that you can block any company or brand anytime on WhatsApp. What is also not changing is that your WhatsApp account will expire if you don't accept new terms of service. And no banner ads will on your WhatsApp. And WhatsApp's ability to share your data with Facebook, yes, they're already doing that. That is not changing. So what is changing is support to talk to business on WhatsApp. That is entirely optional if you want to opt into it. And connecting to a business via WhatsApp, via Facebook, is what is also going to be changing. So you can get more information about all of this on MediaMahima.com. That's all we have time for on this morning's Good Morning Babe. We'll be back tonight live at 5 with Yesham Mastani. Till then, enjoy this particular song and we will see you later. Have a fantastic Friday.
बाकी रप्पे छोड़ दे देसी या फिर डांस कर बाकी रप्पे छोड़ दे